What is up YouTube, this is Spade here, and just a quick reminder, one of my battles was posted to TheFlamingSpade actually a couple of days ago, but in case you didn't know, please go watch it. I will leave a link to the description. But anyways, this is a battle against Grillsea from my live stream during Battle for Charity 2. So let's get it started. I lead off with my Nidoking, and this is actually my obviously Life Orb Nidoking, not my Scarf one. But anyways, he leads off with Heatran, he switches into his Rotom, predicting the Earth Power. Didn't want to over-predict or anything during the first turn. But anyways, here I predict the Hydro Pump, so I go into my Special Wall, which is Altaria. It misses, didn't matter one bit. And he goes into his Heatran as I set up a Golden card in case he goes into a Physical Sweeper. And if you didn't know, this is like a +3 Iron defense. But anyways, I was scouting if he has Hidden Power Ice or anything like that, so I went with the Roost, but he roars me out telling me that he is some sort of wall Heatran, most likely a specially bulky one. And the problem is, I have two Altarias. One of them has Flamethrower, one of them has, what's the move? Level Ground, and this one has Flamethrower. And then I have a Toxic, so I have nothing to hurt this Heatran with, which is a big problem. But he goes into his Gliscor here. I switch into my Natura in case he has Stone Edge or something, but he does go with the Taunt, so that's kinda bad. But I'm just gonna go with the safe Gyro Ball here as he switches into his Heatran, and I do get a crit, but it still did like nothing. And I'm just gonna switch back into my Altaria, cause there's nothing he can do to my Altaria. But yeah, like I said, the problem is I can't do nothing to his Heatran with this Altaria. We completely wall each other's. So I'm just gonna set up a Golden Guard again just to see what he does. Cause yeah, at this point I was pretty much screwed. So I was thinking, what should I do? So I was just burning some turns. Hopefully, if he roars me out, I was hoping that he would roar me out into my Nidoking. That doesn't happen. But he does roar me into Mew, so I'm gonna use Transform, predicting the Lava Plume, and I get the Flash Fire. And now I'm just gonna go with the safe Earth Power, because I really wanted that Heatran gone. But he switches into his Latios. I'm gonna predict a Surf, so I'm gonna go back into my Altaria, and that's what he does. And judging by the damage, he should be Scarfed. So I'm just gonna stay in, even though it was a risk, and I just go with the Toxic, cause yeah, there isn't really nothing I can do. I was just hoping he would switch into something else that's not Heatran, cause he can do anything to me. So here I'm like, screw it. I'm gonna go into my Nidoking now, make a risky switch, then go back to playing obvious, cause Nidoking is obvious, and down goes the Heatran. So that's awesome. Get a useless crit, but yeah, Life Orb, Stab, all that good jazz. And now he goes into his Gliscor. I was thinking I could outspeed because I have max speed, but this seems to be some sort of a stall breaking Gliscor, max speed with max speed. So that kind of sucks. I lose my Nidoking. So I go into my Mew here. Just go with the Taunt, so it can't like Toxic or anything. And here I go with the Transform again as he pursues. So I predicted that was a really good play on my part. And he's gonna withdraw again, go into his Gliscor, and I'm just gonna do what Scizor does and go with the U-turn. I guess I could have used Bullet Punch, but whatever. So I go into my Natura again, and I'm just gonna protect just to scout what he does, and he does go with the Taunt. And he taunts again. I was hoping he would over-predict, so I went with the Lead Seed, because yeah, this Gliscor is kinda a problem to me. And now I go with the Gyro Ball as he switches into his Breloom, and that did a lot of damage, so that was great. But I'm gonna switch into my Altaria, who is a really good Breloom counter, especially if I have if I get one Cotton Guard up. This seems to be a standard old Sub-Seeder or Sub-Puncher set. I'm not really sure at this point. He might have a Lead Seed, and but I guess he doesn't have, as he uses Focus Punch right away. And here comes Focus Punch as I break his sub. but it still doesn't do even half, so that's awesome. And since his heat run is gone, I'm just gonna go with the safe flamethrower again, because it's a Breloom and I hate it. But he switches into Latios. I do get the burn, so that's awesome, because Latios is kind of a Pokemon that's gonna do hit and run action, so every residual damage I can get on it is going to help. So here he makes a great play, predicting my Natsore to come in, and he goes with the hidden power Fire, but it still doesn't come even close to KOing me, cause yeah, Natsore is a beast. So I'm just gonna go with the Protect, get some leftovers recovery, and also rack up his burn damage. And now I'm gonna withdraw and go into my Altaria again, cause since he's locked into hidden power Fire, why not go into Altaria? So that does exactly nothing. It did less than I'm able to recover from my leftovers. So he's gonna withdraw into his Rotom as I go with the Flamethrower. I don't know why didn't I use Toxic this time, but didn't really matter because I can wall this Rotom anyways. So yeah, and he's gonna use Thunderbolt and he's gonna get a crit, but it still doesn't KO me. And I should be able to live the next Thunderbolt if it's not a crit again. So I should be able to roost here. And he's gonna use Thunderbolt. And guess what? It's another crit. So I lose my best counter to his Scizor and his Breloom and to this Rotom as well. So that was pretty bad. But let's see if I can find another way to go through these pokes. So he withdraws and goes into his Scizor here as I get up my Lead Seed, and I'm gonna Protect here just to get some Lead Seed recovery again, and just to see what move will he lock himself into, because obvious Bandit Scizor is obvious. And now I'm actually back to green health, so Protect with Natsore is amazing with the Lead Seed. Even though he hit me with a super effective HP Fire, which is Latios, now I'm back to green health, so Protect for the win. And here I withdraw, go into my Mew, since he's locked into Superpower, and I resist that move. So he's gonna withdraw again, and he goes into his Latios, as I set up some late game Stealth Rocks, cause yeah, he has this Scizor and Latios, and they are going to be doing a lot of switching in and out, so Stealth Rocks are going to help in the long run. And even if it's late game, they still help. But anyways, I'm gonna predict the Draco Meteor this time, go into my Natsore again, and now he's gonna withdraw, go into his Scizor, and this time I think, yeah, I go with the Gyro Ball just in case he goes into that Breloom, because it might be a problem. So I didn't want him to get a free switch into his Breloom, because that was what I was fearing for. And he's gonna go with the U-turn here as I Protect again to scout what he does, and this totally ruined his Scizor, which is great. And now I'm gonna go with the Gyro Ball as he switches into his Fly Score, and it actually does a nice chunk. It did much more than I was hoping for. So I'm gonna predict the taunt here and just go with the Gyro Ball, because by the looks of it, it's a 3 KO. But I do get the crit here, but whatever, he critted my Special Wall Altaria twice, so who cares? Crit for a crit. So here he goes into his Breloom. He's forced to put me to sleep, but at this point I think I can use this Natsore as a sleep water, because yeah, it's the slowest thing I have. So anyways, he puts me to sleep, and now I'm gonna withdraw, and go into my Crobat, who resists the Focus Punch by 4 times, so it does like nothing. And now I'm just gonna go with the Heat Wave, I think, because yeah, it's the safe play to do, and he decides to Death Fodder his... Oh wait, I go with the Sludge Bomb. Well, whatever. That was the safe thing to do, so down goes his Latios, as he used it as a Death Fodder. But now he goes into his Rotom, don't want to take a T-Bolt, so I switch into my Hitmontop here, who has a great special defense, so it can take the hit really nicely. And now I'm just going to do some fake out action just to rack up the toxic damage and see how much this fake out does. But judging by the damage, it's a physical wall Rotom, pretty standard, so I don't really want to stay in, so I'm gonna withdraw again because I don't want to get burned with the Will-O-Wisp or anything. So I switch back into my Natore, but he does go with the Pain Split. Doesn't really matter, it might be able to buy him one extra turn, but Toxic is racking up, so not too big of a deal. And he's gonna withdraw again, and he's gonna switch into his Scizor, as I just burn a turn of sleep. And I don't want to take a superpower to the face, and I don't want to risk the wake up. I could use Protect, trying to wake up, but I don't want to risk it, so I go into my Mew again, predicting the superpower, and it works. And I think he's gonna withdraw again. Yes, and he goes back into his Rotom, as I use Transform. I have actually never used a Rotom Wash before, but now I have, so that's pretty cool. And I see that he has Hydro Bomb, T-Bolt, and Will-O-Wisp, and Pain Split, which is pretty cool. So now he uses that Will-O-Wisp, but it does miss, but yeah, whatever. It didn't really matter. And unfortunately he barely lives, and now he wins the speed tie here, so he's gonna get a Pain Split off. But it doesn't really matter, as I go with the T-Bolt, and that's gonna be enough to take him down. And now he goes into his Breloom, and I'm just gonna use Hydro Bomb. It hits, so that's great. I'm gonna guarantee that he doesn't get a free sub, as he uses Seed Bomb, so he didn't have a Lead Seed after all. So that's good to know. And now I'm just gonna go into my Crobat, and he's gonna try to Focus Punch, but I'm just gonna use Sludge Bomb, and it's super effective. It's funny that Breloom has Poison Heal, but it still takes super effective hits from Poison type moves. But anyways, his last guy is a Scizor with low health. He's gonna use Bullet Punch, but since Crobat has pretty good natural bulk, I'm gonna take that hit, and I'm gonna finish him off with a Heat Wave, and that is good game. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, like rating, because it helps the video get noticed. And before I forget, thanks to everyone who was at my live stream yesterday. It was kind of a bad day, but it was still a lot of fun. And I actually had some really good battles, and I will use actually one of those as my 5K / 1 year anniversary special. And one of them was like a really epic sweep, and one of them was just a really epic battle with some good predictions and stuff. I'm probably going to use that one, the epic battle. But thanks to everyone for watching, and please go watch that battle at TheFlamingSpade if you still haven't. There's a link in the description, like I mentioned. So that is all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for Sunday, cause that's when this channel is going to be having the 1 year anniversary. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I will see you guys next time. Spade is out. Peace.